They love you.
Oh, that's very nice.
They love you. Well, life is good for you all the time anyway, but it got better now. You got a new little baby boy.
The new unit, I call him.
6 months old? Is that how old Jude is?
Jude, yeah.
Look at that. Ah. Come on, that's just cute.
He's a good kid.
And what's he do at 6 months? Is he
Pretty
sleeping?
much he's a gourmand now. He's only interested in food.
Really?
Yeah. The good news is, though, that he actually doesn't really complain except for when he's not getting food. So he's getting fat.
So he'll eat anything.
Pretty much.
But that's good. Babies are supposed to be fat, aren't they?
No, he's good. He's little more than a blob still, really. But now he's a blob that eats.
And is he laughing and stuff like that?
He is laughing.
Yeah.
He has a heightened sense of humor due to his genetic upbringing. His makeup. He's very effete and elitist. In his desires for food as well, and how he expresses himself.
Really? Does he want like caviar and stuff like that?
He's not a salty guy. He's not into salt yet.
No.
Yeah, but he likes sweet potatoes and carrots whipped in the Cuisinart, that kind of thing.
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's very specific.
Yeah. And so far, just one language, or how many languages?
He's a little bit of French, a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah.
Very little English.
Yeah, really? Yeah. And this is your wife and your daughter?
This is Angel 1 and Angel 2, I call them.
Camille and Mason.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They are a beautiful bunch at home.
That's great. Now, and what kind of dad are you? Are you strict?
I'm a fairly active dad. I try to be a strict dad. You know, I mean, I try to be a fair person as the titular head of the family.
Yeah.
I'm not really the head of the family. Angel 1 is the head of the family. But I try. I put her to bed because she's very dramatic. Mason,
how old is she?
Little girl. She's 3.5. She also has kind of a genetic predisposition towards, I guess, hysterics. And she doesn't like to go to bed.
Oh.
So it gets very dramatic.
What do you
do? I just say, go to sleep.
Oh.
I mean, it's not very creative.
No. Do you read to her, or?
We read at first, but once it hits the crib thing, she's still in the crib. She still likes the crib. We've started kind of on the little bed thing. That's nap time now. But the crib is, once she's in the crib, there's a whole ritual you have to go through with her, which is you got to kiss her the right way. Then you got to kiss her through the bars. Then you got to lean your shoulder up against one of the bars so she can give you a little shoulder kiss. Then she lies down. She goes, little hug, little hug, little hug. And I give her a little hug through the bars. And if I don't do it just exactly the right way, as I'm leaving the room, she starts to cry. And
my mother's the same way.
Yeah. Nice to meet your mother, by the way.
She's sweet.
Betty,
she's good.
Lovely.
Yeah. Oh man, so you have to do it exactly the right way, or else.
And there's a procedure with the blankets too.
Oh.
There's 3 little blankets that go on, one after the other. If it's not done exactly right, then it's a hullabaloo.
Oh no, that's got to stop.
It does have to stop.
Yeah.
I put my foot down several times now.
Because you never know if you're going to get out until you're turning around, wondering if she's going to cry or not.
Well, the good news is if you're halfway down the hall and she screams, "I love you," I scream, "I love you" back. Then things are good.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it's actually pretty great.
But I mean, also to have that kind of energy, because you're not.
Now that I'm 50.
Yeah, you just turned 50.
Yeah, no,
which
it's
is
pretdy daunting.
Yeah. I mean, really, that's amazing to have kids that young.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd make it, so what the hell.
But
no, it's funny, when Jude was born, I went up to get Jude. We delivered through a surrogate. And as I was talking to the doctor, who was the OB-GYN guy, or pediatrician, he was the pediatrician. He came later, once the boy was born. And he said, "How old are you?" I said, "I'm 49. He said, "Whew. Boy, you're looking forward to a really tough time."
Yeah.
I said, "Yeah, I know." And he said, "You got in just in time." I said, "Any older than that, you'd be really screwed."
Yeah. Well, especially with this boy, he's going to want you out
boy
there
thing.
playing.
And actually, I'm trying to work out and stay fit, and and stay as healthy as I possibly can.
You look great. You look really
thanks.
good.
I'm
You
doing
do. Oh, you do.
You too.
Now. And also, now there's so many rumors about Frasier going back, and also about that you would run for office. Is that a possibility, that you're going to run for political office?
Well, I've always had the notion that someday, I had the notion when I was a 6-year-old boy, I wanted to run for office somewhere.
Really?
Yeah, I just thought it was the right thing to do. My granddad raised me. He'd been in the Army for years, and he was a public servant kind of guy. He believed that we should all do our time to serve our country, and the only thing I can come up with, since I was, too young to go to Vietnam and too old to go to Iraq, I thought I could maybe run for some office and try to do the world some good. I think it depends upon where you can do the world the most good at the time. Now, I think there's still something left for me in the acting world, but
I think so.
Meanwhile, you know, maybe when I'm 65.
So a little later, not
Yeah,
now.
no, it's not
Yeah.
it's not that hot an issue for me at this point in my life. But I thought the idea of like a last gasp of service, I could spend another 8 or 10 years of my life trying
That's
to do
great.
the world some good still.
Well, and you'd get plenty of votes because people love you. And when we come back from break, you're going to do something that I think will get you a lot of votes because the last time
Okay.
you were here, you stood on your head. And now we're going to see how many things you can possibly do while standing on your head.
Isn't that nice? Okay.
We'll be right back. We're back with Kelsey Grammer. That's funny. Now, and this is on Fox, right? The sketch
Fox,
show?
yes, the sketch show.
And tell us about
Kelsey
that.
Grammer presents the sketch show.
Yes.
Yeah. This is a property basically that started out in England. It's had great success there. There's one really funny guy on the show that we brought with us named Lee Mack, who is a constant surprise. And some of the material is sketchy. It's just a half an hour, and there's really no connecting glue, no connective tissue. It's just one sketch after another.
Yeah.
And if you actually don't think the one you're watching is very funny, the next one might be. So
Yeah. All right, let's get to it. You stood on your head, which was impressive enough that you
Yes.
stood on your head.
Now
Now,
I thought
people don't know you sang the theme, the
theme song of Frasier.
Of Frasier, and I was wondering if you would sing that while standing on
I
your
can
head
sing
to
that.
start off. You want to do it here?
Here it goes. I don't believe I'm doing this again. Here we go. So first I have to show you my butt, of course.
Yeah.
And then, now what do I do?
You
Sing the
sing?
song?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, baby, I hear the blues are calling, tossed salads and scrambled eggs. And maybe I seem a bit confused. Yeah, maybe. But I got you pegged. But I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. All right, now what? And this is. Oh, no, I do it again.
Kelsey Grammer presents the sketch show is on Fox Sunday nights at 9:30. We'll be right back.